Greetings everyone, and Great here with another H-Bars 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the yellow US of A, we have KindaCat. Spawn on the north side as the red Dutch, we have LulianPasha. Let's see now, let's take a look at what natives on the map. We got the Akin, which give you access to the Akin Kanobu, a Akin warrior firing powerful old musket, which I believe is a musketeer variant. And we've also got the Sudanese, which give you access to the Sudanese Dervish, the Askari, African Musketeer Mercenary ready to restore order. I wonder if this guy's a class of mercenary rather than native. And the Senar Horsemen. Okay, these are definitely both mercenaries. So we do have native mercenaries on the map, which you can see here. They don't have a build limit. The Dervish doesn't say that either. Sorry, they're curious. It doesn't say a limit onto them. Guess we'll find out soon enough. US designed for trade posts, in which I thought he was going to go for the Chinese immigrants for more trade posts, but I must be mistaken. We do now have capitalism now being researched, as well as Spanish immigrants. Ships one outpost wagon. Spanish immigrants boost XP income, allowing their train shipments considerably faster, as well as give you the commerce levy ability, which allows you to bring in pikemen rather than minutemen. So, and they don't lose health over time. Also delivers one outpost wagon, so that means if he goes with that, you have two outposts, not trading wagon. Either way, coin, regulars, Springfield Armory, infinite outpost. Oh, that's a lot of outposts. Virginia Assembly, Washington Lumber Mills ships 400 wood. Villagers gathering rate of tree and growth by 10%. Interesting. Russian American Company, wood, coin, United States Army, 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, Buffalo Soldiers, Georgia Hussars, upgrade your Hussars to veteran status and reduces their cost. So cheaper Hussars? Huh. Advanced Frontier Defensives. Looks like a very defensive US play. Fort and Polski's Legion. 10 Carbine Cavalry, heavy fortifications, and Zukio fortifications. Forts cost less to construct, build faster, and 2 more may be constructed. So this 50% discounted force and +2. Yeah, this is gonna be some sort of US turtle play. And he is also going for Delaware. We do also have the quartermaster here. He's gone for villagers, Bank of Amsterdam, wood, coin, the pikemen, infantry attack, infantry hit points, hussars, bank wagon, advanced arsenal, religious freedoms, wood, skirmishers, infantry combat, hussars, routiers, cavalry combat, fort, hired bosniaks, heavy cannon, tulip circulation, factory. I think getting those factories out and getting out some heavy cannon from them will be order the amount of defensive placement the US players are to deploy out in the field. Oh, let's see, the US player, let's see, Delaware. Gives you 6 semi-fattened cows and 2 homestead wagons. Not bad. You could go for a livestock mill, but 6 cows can provide you a lot of fuel, not livestock. Yeah, livestock pen. A husbandry, and also Delaware Blues. Ship additional regular for each shipment you've already sent so far, so you get more regulars the longer you wait. Simple enough. He's going for some coin. Does have access to the Minutemen ability right now, which not deploying the pikemen. Still a generally good idea to go for it as soon as you can, because a nice little force you can start building on up. Over here we do have a barracks going on up for defensive reasons.
What can I do?
There's, of course, a yak still idle around. US players not deploying anything at the moment. Let's see, right now the Dutch is assigned for more villagers.
Klar.
We're gonna fast forward a little bit. He has a barracks on the field, so I'll keep the Dutch players selected for the time being. We do now have the state capital now on the field. We do now have the market going on up. Looks like both players not eyeing for any progression at the moment. Though we do have some skirmishes being put on the field for the Dutch. It may be for defensive reasons rather than offensive reasons. And stop with the spam clicking. We do now have a pair of pike or 8 pikemen. That's a little bit more than a pair. Select the other player for the time being. And now we do have Fast Forces. He's going for Tennessee. Which actuality, I usually see Kentucky rather than Tennessee. So this is going to be a little bit different. Of course, this Explorer has minimal siege attack, 18. I suppose not necessarily minimal, but nothing too significant either. US player has 1 shipment available. He may be eyeing for something over here. Maybe for the triple outpost wagons? Maybe for the fort? Honestly, I have no idea. The fort will maybe a good idea because also acts as a production structure. US player doesn't have 13 villagers. This one has 19 plus how many banks? Just the 2 at the moment. Third on the way. Does bring in some Minutemen. He notices there's quite a bit of pikemen now suggested up. Skirmishers may have poor siege attack, but pikemen have good siege attack. Got shipment of wood being brought in. The US player is now advanced next stage, going for the Russian American Company. Blockhouses, of course, can train units as well. That's probably one reason why it's going for it. And it's going for the Woodtog Association. Ships 2 outpost wagons. All existing and newly constructed outposts spawns 2 state militia and support 10 population each. That may be one reason why he's skipping out on housing.
What is your command?
Has a handful of sharpshooters on the field as well.
Orders?
This blockhouse wagon could be torched down.
Yes.
Minuteman down to half health, or 101 health, I should say. Does get some good damage there.
What is your
When the
command?
Minutemen do go down, sharpshooters have excellent range.
Yes.
22 range is excellent, of course. Team Out O Posto. Interesting name. I think that explains that. This will, of course, give him some state militia here. And what's the other one here he can go for? Over mountain settlers. Ship 4 settlers. Greatly improve settlers in range combat. Make natural resources last longer. Adds 12 to a range attack, which is not bad. What is it? Warrior Societies gives you plus 20 damage. Of course, it'll always be helpful if you can. If any of these upgrades give your village access to an attack move order. The Explorer takes quite a bit of damage right there. Technically a general, I should say. And maybe Amelia, was that Amelia Black? With a pirate sword? That doesn't seem correct. Pushing way forward, got a decent amount of force here. State Militia, a weird variation of Skirmisher where it actually does less damage, but I have higher health. Which will be effective versus the pikemen. Now he has faced next age, bring out his Minutemen himself or militiamen with some skirmishers as well. Has decent force here to force back the US player, going for more skirmishers as well. And bring a shipment of routiers. Routiers are a dragoon variant. Cheaper, small, lower population housing, but more population efficient. So the skirmisher force will still be effective versus opponent. Now do have California on the opponent field. Another round of Minutemen not being employed on field.
Yes?
I was given a free cover wagon and some large collection of books. And let's see, California's cards. California will give you access, of course, to 2 factories. That's going for any of them. As Bear Flag Revolt, they'll just become Californios. Your general gains access to inspiring Bear Flag ability. I'm not sure that's different. Spawn rate, work rate for Honcho Pet Grizzly to 6. So wait, the flag improves the build rate of can build flat bears and improve all damage action bonus against artillery. So the bear does bonus damage as artillery. Interesting. California Gold Rush ships 1 prospect wagon. Talent centers also now. It's now instead automatically spawn civilians for free. Interesting. Not sure of the rate, if it's similar to Ottomans or not, but at least we'll give them a decent, technically a decent trickle of food by not needing to spend the food. Carbon cavalry being put on field, 10 of them. The saloon goat on the moon on the field. I've always hypothesized an Old English name for a pub. And this is one that my dad came up with, the Bloated Goat. An Old English sow name.
Yes?
I may need to grab that goat on the moon. We do have inspiring flags somewhere. Got second townsend over here as well, with an outpost in the region. Block wagon, there's a carbine cavalry. We got army of 32 versus an army of 45 here, with 5 in the rear. US player is now eyeing for the heavy fortifications there. This frontier outpost is taking a bit of fire. It can throw some fire for him. Did a good job at that. St. Militia advancing on forward with some Minutemen. Next round of Minutemen will be available relatively soon. And the frontier outpost does go down there. Let's take out some of the hussars there. Red's on the fold back. Sharpshooters on the field too. Another round of Minutemen now being pulled on out. Skirmishers are being pushed on forward as well. More Minutemen, this time at full health. Veteran hussars making their advance. The carbine cavalry will be very useful versus them. Looks like there is an age advantage for the US player. I'm not sure he has any advanced technologies. He has guard militia, veteran sharpshooters. Blockhouse, he does have now the improved blockhouse. It does have now cannon shot, which has 6 or 3 AoE as well. So it'll be very effective at whittling down these infantry forces. Oh, yeah, that's just a bombard attack, so that's against, wait, it has 2 attacks? Bombard attack and range attack. That sounds like it has 2 attacks, doesn't it?
Orders.
You know, that's something I need to look at. Does it technically have 2 attacks? Because I see range attack and bombard attack, but I only know about having it 1. Got an outpost wagon makes a way forward, drawing some fire there. Really pulling up the front line. Carving cavalry trying to pursue these skirmishers. Skirmishers are, of course, the counter. Of course, we got some, okay, just trying to engage in melee. We have now a fort wagon being pulled out by the Dutch. Outpost wagon going on up. You can always go for 3 more outposts. Extra fortifications could be a possibility. The Dutch are very far from aging up. Needs a lot of coin, as well as a decent amount of food. There's a red fort. Some regulars are deployed on the front line. They could throw some torches there. Well, let's get some damage on the envoy. If anything gets hit, envoy is probably the best thing to get hit. Frontier fortified outpost being deployed on out. And we'll get some shot off now. fort is halfway completed, which could still be sieged down, but it's not any whole lot of units yet to do good siege damage versus a fort. And plus, he still needs us to hit everything else. More of these forces being deployed on out. Now the fort has been deployed in the field, which will show how frontier actually gets some good. The frontier outpost gets some good damage on in, doing 150 damage rather than 20 or 60. More skirmishes now pulling on the field, forcing back the U.S. player. US player has another shipment available. He's going for some factories, not a big surprise. Going for some heavy cannon probably wouldn't be half bad.
What can I do?
I know a lot of people like using generate resources. I'm a bit more biased towards the heavy cannon. And now I do have some cowboys being put on the field. There's not any Indians on this map. Why is it going for a single cowboy? They're not very population efficient. So single cowboy is now put on the field. Has a bullseye charge attack. And there is the factory wagon going on up. And there goes that guy. His coin deposit, gold deposit, literally, will be interrupted. He does have a good number. Actually, that's a good number of cowboys. I didn't realize how many cowboys he actually had.
I'm ready. Yeah.
So one cowboys to attack his opponent. Population inefficient, but they're relatively cheap. 140 is somewhat cheap, but 5 population makes it so if you need a cheaper dragoon to raid villages, I suppose that's one possibility.
Yep.
But this is 9 of them, and that is 45 population. That's literally almost half his population right here. This player does have 2 town centers at the moment. 31 villages versus 32, but he does have 5 bank, which is very good. This player does have, of course, 1 factory, which is equivalent to 2 banks. Oh, now he's going for mass production. Now he's going for the heavy cannon. Heavy cannon will be very effective versus opponent's skirmishers. Won't be super effective versus root here, but it is a very powerful cannon, so Wolf does do some decent damage there. As long as he sticks close to his sharpshooters and state militia, those heavy cannons should be fine from the routier, or relatively fine. It'll hurt to dive in on them. Now, he's going for a little bombard from the goat on the moon. Can't say how effective little bombard is off the top of my head. It's one of those rare units you rarely ever see. Got almost fattened yak here. Got a line of walls here. It doesn't completely wall himself off though. More state militia. He's not bringing Sunni's Red Sea trade. That's an upgrade. Let's see if that's that right there. Let's see. Can't select. Let's see. Delivers 1 Red Sea wagon, constructs most buildings. Ships 1 additional Red Sea wagon for every 5 minutes passed. So he just got 4 Red Sea wagons. I think. Or maybe just 2. We are calling to deploy out some more frontier outposts. Of course, let's get him some state militia along with it. How expensive is that upgrade? This improvement may be researched 2 times, hasn't been researched once. That's actually really expensive. That says almost 2,000 resources for 2 frontier wagons. There had been some other things deployed out by them. Because then it was ship 4. Unless maybe second time is a bit more effective. Though every single frontier outpost is given to population. Here's a little bombard, does 400 damage with good AoE. Little bombard, I should say, not little. And it only does have a minus 25% damage against cavalry, so it does 300 damage against cavalry, so it will one-shot Routier. So I don't think it's weak against Routier. Additionally, has a good amount of units here to escort the little bombard. Skirmisher versus skirmisher. Routier not again advancing forward. Heavy cannons make his advance as well. Both good items here. Heavy cannons are like 300 damage, or was like 320 if I remember correctly. It does 200, so I was off, but it does do times 3 versus infantry, and that has no negative damage versus cavalry. So it too will one-shot Routier, so heavy cannons are a decent item versus Routier. Not perfect, but not bad either. Little bombard has a range of 28, which I believe matches the range of heavy cannons and falconets. It doesn't do any bonus damage versus structures, the little bombard, while this does times 2, so they do equal damage versus structures. Carbine cavalry does get a good shot there on some of the falconets. Routier's advancing on forward. Carbine cavalry advancing. Little bombard finds a shot there. Taking out some of these not skirmishers, sharpshooters. And yep, little bombard will one-shot falconets. 400 damage is greater than 200 health.
Ready to fire.
In actuality, heavy cannons one-shot falconets as well. No, it does less damage versus artillery. Never mind. It does get some good volley in the little bombard. Little bombard does go down. Falconets will be taking out the heavy cannon next. Routier really trying to get the heavy cannon. Got another heavy cannon pulled out here. Both heavy cannons are still alive. Ooh, heavy cannons are also incredibly effective versus skirmishers. That's one reason I'm also biased towards heavy cannon. One heavy cannon does both. One falconet does go down. Got a shipment of heavy cannon there. So it's heavy cannon versus heavy cannon. Both sides are losing everything, so it's equal here to victory for whoever wins. It could still almost go either way. He also has a heavy cannon live and not a lot left.
Ready to fire.
Probably a good idea with the heavy cannon just to run. It has a speed of 3.5, skirmish has a speed of 4, so it will be pursued. Range resist is 75%, and yeah, he won't be able to kill it off. And the cannon is really trying to go off to the side. It really wants to go that way.
Yes.
And I got a pair of culverins up on the field to counter barrage the heavy cannon.
I'm ready.
Another factory being pulled out by the US player. And has a decent amount of resources at the moment. Yeah, I think that was one that was discovered, and when we killed off this, he can quickly clean that up for a massive amount of food. Guard sharpshooters. Oh wait, is the Dutch player or is the US player going for the factory? I guess both of them. This is the Dutch's first factory wagon. While the US player just pulled out second. Looks like one of the players got gaslighting to gaslight their opponent. And we'll see more heavy cannon. He has gone for mass production, but he's eyeing for steam powered now. Which I can't remember which upgrade that's for. That may be meant for coin. They got a good number of heavy cannon deployed on the field.
Orders?
Another fortified outpost going on up, which will give him Parastate Militia. More sharpshooters. Sharpshooter heavy cannons pull a good combination. This has to be careful with the culverins. Skirmishers, if I compare the skirmishers to the sharpshooters, skirmishers do 18 damage, 20 range, 3 attack speed, 144 health, versus the guard sharpshooters, 143 health, so that's similar enough. 22 damage, 23 range, 3 attack, so sharpshooters, it looks like a little bit better. They're currently costing 115. Skirmishers do cost 105, so sharpshooters are more expensive, but of course are a little bit better. Looks down that hole, we got 2 fort wagons supplied by the Dutch. I'm not sure where you got the second fort from, because I only see the 1 fort wagon there. Maybe it was from a native? Oh, we don't have access to the native, so I'm not sure we got a second fort.
Yeah.
US players at high populations now going for the Wild West. US players at 50 villagers, nothing more at the moment. Now it's going for the Polska's Legion. Ship some Ulans. Well, that would have been a great spot, the culverins. Yeah, it is a good spot for culverins. Does pick off on the heavy cannon. Heavy cannon's trying to push their way forward, but getting locked up right there. Carbon cavalry does get a bit of damage there. Of course, while they do bonus damage with siege weapons ×2, siege weapons also have 75 range resist, so the carbon cavalry will do less than their full damage versus the culverins. Now I've got a big round of guard Ulans up on the field. They're at 60 damage at the moment. Root here will get a good volley onto them. They do have only 300 health as bolt. Trying to push on the fort as well. Heavy cannons taking out this fort. Guard Ulan trying to make their way forward. Carbon cavalry, skirmishers engaging the root here. Skirmishers here in good numbers, but of course red is corralled in space, not pushing forward. Damage there. Guard Ulans are now trying to connect. If they break through the roof here, they can rip apart the various back line. They're starting to go to the back line, but there's not a whole lot of them remaining. We've got a pair of heavy cannons here who should be attacking these. There's a guard cannon, there's heavy cannon and a falcon up here, but they need to start attacking the infantry. Starting to get big hits there. And yellows force them back. We now have another factory wagon upload on out, which may have been routed to the fort, not the town center, which may have been an oversight. Factory wagon going on up, so now he can start getting out. Let's see, what's he going for? He's going for his own heavy cannon. Dutch, of course, pretty far from max population. US players been called quite a bit. Going for some natives, very good. And he also comes to our horsemen. These guys are incredibly heavy. They're like 1,000 health each. Let's see this map. I just realized something. Coin is starting to become or being depleted on the map, so both players need to start eyeing for their secondary economies. All those villagers do take a nice volley there from the heavy cannons. Of course, heavy cannons are pretty good versus villagers. The Dutch, right now...
Hello?
Okay, he is at top cap of his villagers. Barring the ones that he has in the queue. He actually does not have them deployed on the field just yet. While the US player, AZ, don't think is top capped of villagers at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, very far from it. With the more reliance on banks, the Dutch can field larger armies in late games, which may be one reason why the US player is not eyeing for a mass number of villagers right now, just so he can fight his opponent with similar numbers. Of course, it doesn't mean his economy's down. Send our horsemen up on field. They do, of course, have 1,000 health, and they also have good, decent range resist and siege resist. It would take a lot of root here to take them out. Both sides got a good number of heavy cannon, but also got a good number of culverins for the Dutch. Aachen Nobles are a musketeer variant, but they're not upgraded at the moment, so they're really low quality at the moment. Great quality on the heavy cannons. Red's heavy cannons go down, yellows are still plenty healthy. Culverins trying to send our horsemen. Send our horsemen go down to the route here. Skirmishers advancing forward. Aachen Nobles are, of course, a musketeer variant, so they can fight decently against the Hussars, but of course they don't have any upgrades, so they're relatively low quality. Yellow's Hussars advancing forward, does get gunned down there. And Red's sharpshooters are being nailed. Trying to push towards heavy cannon to engage the culverins. He's good hits around the back line. Culverin's taking some hits. One culverin does go down there. 3 of the heavy cannons remain. Red's army is starting to disintegrate. 1 culverin remains. Red was not properly tasking his culverins, engaged the heavy cannon. That was probably his big problem. Now the heavy cannons are pushing forward with Yellow. His force is relatively small, could be killed off by reinforcements. Yellow is stringing reinforcements now, including nothing much. No trade posts on the field. Dutch is eyeing for more here. Going for some mills. The farming technology from mills. The US players eyeing for more Hussars and more sharpshooters. Bring a shipment of regulars. He still have access to... Nope, he does not have access to Delaware Blues. Good eye for the California Gold Rush, honestly. He's not doing any more of those at the moment. Going for that could give him a good streak of villagers, so he doesn't take time to spend his resources on villagers.
What are my targets?
Got 5 heavy cannons now for the US player. He has a small escort force. There's a decent amount of routier here. Those heavy cannons will be able to take up the routier in one shot. Nope, they don't. They got some upgrades in the battle above 2 Of course, they can still receive quite a bit of AoE effect. Red's heavy cannon could take out this one heavy cannon there. Nope, does take out a good number of sharpshooters there. Hussars advancing on forward. More regulars from the point of view. Red's force is very stacked up, very vulnerable to the 4 heavy cannons remaining. There goes a good line of skirmishers there. Sharpshooters, of course, a good counter to the routier. Does get a good number of them down there. He's starting to disintegrate. More heavy cannons from the point of view. He needs to take up those heavy cannons. Red's heavy cannons are taking lots of fire. Another heavy cannon goes down. I think Red's going for more root here. He may need to get another stable in the field. He does have another stable, just not probably queuing up his units. So it looks like he has 3 stables on the field. It's best to spam left click, then do a shift click on stables, so you can just get them going. Of course, so forth here, getting good shift damage now. Truckers advancing on forward. Got some mills. He's trying to collect these berries as well. Berries do collect them faster than farms. Yellow right now has 4 heavy cannons. Additional heavy cannon deployed up by Red. And Red's heavy cannon got annihilated. Yellow's heavy cannons are not doing too well either. He's hitting the arsenal, not the factory. Oh, that's artillery foundry, not an arsenal. Either way, not the factory. Sharpshooters will be going down. Artillery foundry does go down, so we'll stop the production of culverins. The 4 camp culverins, only falconets. Now got a round of veteran Hussars now coming for a flank, which will be effective as heavy cannons and sharpshooters. He should have gone for Hussars earlier. Or at least more of them, at least. Red still has both factories up and going and has the saloon still up and going as well. Church as well. He has gotten a church research, whatever that provided him. 10 all horsemen falling back, as well as these rest of these forces. Yellow needs time to regroup. Red isn't doing all too well. Red has actually quite a bit of resource on the field, so going for more food-based units could be useful. And I can feel my voice starting to go out. Definitely the last replay for tonight. Yellow's going for more Hussars, very good. Routiers will still be useful versus Hussars. He has a handful of Routiers now on the field. US players eyeing for some more villagers. And I was bringing a shipment something else. Trying to see what cards he should go for. Buffalo soldiers could be a bit more useful as his opponents start pulling out more Hussars. So that could be useful. Sorry, I hit my microphone again. He could go for cheaper forts. He could try proxy forts. His opponent only has a limited number of heavy cannons, and a couple forts, especially if you get upgrades for them, can be very resilient. The US player has too much food at the moment. He has a lot of plantations going. So I'm not sure where all of his food is coming in. He has a massive food income. He must have a lot of people still gathering local fauna. Pushing forward with Hussars and Centaur Horsemen. A couple heavy cannons in the background. Some Alcoots deployed on in as well as some regulars. Yellow's heavy cannons trying to focus down Red's heavy cannons. One of Red's heavy cannons do go down. Yellow simply lacks a front line. Got a massive attack there. One of Red's both of Yellow's heavy cannons do go down. Red has 3 out in the field now. Yellow does have a decent amount of fortifications here. He could trade them for some time. A couple undo barracks.
Hello. Orders?
He's trying to deny the wood deposits. This one has claimed most of the wood in his walls. This player, he needs to spend that food. On what? Something. I see state militia do cost wood as well. Their regulars are a bit more of a skirmisher cost. They're not like other musketeers. He has some Akin research. Let's see. Opportunities from Moscow, reduce the cost of farm sustaining rice paddies. The US players I ain't deployed out, so I can't read any of that research there. Let's see. All food converted to 2% wood and coin. That could be useful. Akin palm oil if the US player has not already gotten that. Yeah, he could go for that. He has a lot of food at the moment. By clicking on this button, he could see he can convert. He can get 1,000 wood and 1,000 coin, and he has a good food income. I would hit that button right now. This seems a pretty good button, but of course, it's something that can easily be overlooked. Prospector wagon could be useful. That can give you out a coin deposit of some sort. Probably copper, so 2,000 coin. Not a whole lot, but useful. Yep. Ooh, that was a good volley there of the heavy cannons. Red's not pushing forward a massive army. Now Yellow's on attack. He does have a lot of improved outposts. No forts in the field. Now going for the United States Army, which probably would have been helpful a long time ago.
Yes. What is your...
But only affects heavy infantry, minutemen, and the general, so, and he isn't really being deployed out heavy infantry, so it's regulars. More veteran Hussars push way forward. Asian Hussars got a good number of routier here. US Player still only has one factory wagon production for heavy cannon, the other one's just on coin. Hussars push way forward, trying to overrun these heavy cannons. Hussars facing down south, which is also going to try to overrun the heavy cannon. Routiers still here in good numbers. Regulars push way forward. All the heavy cannon did go down. Nope, there's still one or two remaining. Regulars just pushing way forward. Heavy cannon over here getting some good damage, being protected by the outposts or blockhouses. Mix of both. Heavy cannon firing away against good hits on the routier. They're all pretty wounded, so it should be one shot at each. Heavy cannon trying to push forward to hit this opponent's heavy cannon. Got additional heavy cannon push in the field. And Yellow's back to the game. And I think what he failed to do was actually gain that one research I mentioned beforehand. If he would have gone for the extract, the palm oil extract, that would have prevented his fix his balance of his economy almost instantaneously. Either way, this is Adam Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.